All right, so here we go. We're going to do part 2, which is create your own model. So similar to what we did up top, we're going to just do it kind of in the reverse order here. So we're going to draw arrows that represent the processes moving through the carbon cycle diagram. So down here, we got our processes that we're going to label. And then we're going to also add the amount of carbon that's being moved by the arrow. So down here, it shows us how much carbon is being transferred. Okay, and then using the chart below, we're going to figure out what is the net carbon in and out of those spheres. Okay, so similar to what we did before, only we're going to add those processes in here. So let me give you an example. Let's start with calcification. Calcification is 200 units of carbon. Okay, so here is where calcification would be happening. Carbon would be transferred from the water, from the hydrosphere, to the biosphere. So it's moving carbon. This is calcification. And it is 200 units of carbon. So 200 units of carbon that's being moved from the hydrosphere to the biosphere. So I'm going to take that information and I'm going to put it in here. Now what's important is that every carbon transfer is going to show up twice because it's coming from one place and going to the other. So once in the input, once in the output. Okay, so my calcification process is going from, I'm just going to start with the output. It's coming from the hydrosphere (200 units). It's coming from the hydrosphere and it's going into, so this is my outputs, this is my input, so it's going into the biosphere. So I'm going to put calcification 200 units going into it. So for every process, it's going to be going out of one place and into another place. And at the end, we'll total them up. Okay, let me do one more with you here. Let's do combustion. Combustion right here, 500 units of carbon. So for combustion, we're going to have, it's going to be shown right here. This is combustion. And it is 500 units of carbon. So it's going from the geosphere, from the fossil fuels, to the atmosphere. So I'm going to keep that in mind when I put that in down here. So I like to start with the output. The output here, so it's going out of the geosphere, out of the fossil fuels. It's 500 units of carbon, and it's going into the atmosphere. Okay, so with that, once you get through your list of different processes, you should have a full picture up here with the carbon cycle, and you should also have a full data table of all your carbon that's going in and out of the system. So you are going to add those up and figure out how much is going in or out. What is the net carbon? Okay, good luck.